With the unit extended and locked and vented, we are now ready to install it on the mold. We're inserting into the T-slot, now allowing the alignment pins set it in position. Okay, while we install the other bolts, you see the unit being extended and locked. The core is connected at the T-slot. If the unit's slightly backed out, we want to verify we have full flange engagement, which we do, and that we have enough room to adjust it forward, which due to a counterbore we have available. Once the unit is attached to the mold, we will turn it in clockwise, and what that will do is advance the core until it hits its timed out stops, and allow end plate to be removed from the cylinder. Make sure your jam nut is loose. You're advancing the unit forward, so it cannot turn anymore. It is kind of firm to the turn. We mark this position as the 0 point, meaning all the end plate is removed. We slightly back off the cylinder. And carefully, watching for fluid that may be residual in the cylinder, we retract the cylinder with air. With the cylinder retracted, we advance the unit in accordance with the procedural charts from the catalog, 1/6 of a turn. This is 1/3 of a turn, that is 1/6 of a turn. We'll advance 1/6 of a turn from that 0 point, which is approximately 1 bolt. The unit is now in the preload position. We now will tighten the jam nut down using a wrench or drift pin. And you may pound that down with a hammer. The unit is now set in position, preloaded, and ready to ship to the customer. At the customer, they will run it forward hydraulically, and it will then actuate and preload using 1500 psi minimum hydraulic pressure. Simple as that.